Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex with Trifecta Landscaping and Chris Hollis here with Pure Marketing. He's our technically new, creative and operations director of our new company, Pure Marketing, which is launching here in just a little while. Hope you guys are doing great. Today, we are going to be talking about some updates and responses from what we did in October, which is the documentary on GIE 2021, which is now Equip Exposition.
Yes.
I want to make sure I plug that because there's been a lot of heat on Facebook today. Did you see that? It's been so much talk that they didn't change the title right after on the Facebook groups.
Trust me, when I walked out,
that.
It was either the first day or the second day I walked out because we were doing the docuseries. I looked up at the banner and saw they changed the name. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. Because now everything that we've been saying is going to be a different name a year from now.
Well, it makes some sense because they're making some changes, and I actually saw some updates. They're going to have better hours next year for people, so that's great. But we just wanted to give an update. Kind of, after GIE, there's so much excitement, Chris. Right? There's so many things happening in your business. You're going to the off season for most landscaping professionals, and we just want to chat a few things, about a few of the partners and sponsors we worked with and how to implement those, companies into your business moving forward in 2022. Making sure that, us at Trifecta and our, you guys out there are thinking forward about how you're going to use what you learned at GIE instead of it just being a hype train. Which is great. Being hyped up is super important, but using what you learned and what you saw and moving forward with it into the new year. So this, us talking here is going to be how can we do that? What companies are great to work with? What softwares? What ideas that you get from GIE? And I guess the first one, which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about NiceJob. They weren't there. They were part of the team that helped make the whole docuseries happen, but with the pandemic and everything, there's a few people or a few companies that we worked with who couldn't be there. So I think they're a good starting point.
They're a great starting point. So Chris, you're very well versed in NiceJob and you eloquently say it. So I think NiceJob has been one of our most important things we've implemented at Trifecta for 2021. And I think it's going to carry, and we did it later in the year. So tell people a little bit about how NiceJob works, because it sounds simple, and it is, but it's a simple thing that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So NiceJob integrates with your customer relationship management software. So if you're using QuickBooks or if you're using Jobber or something of the sort, then you can import your contact list and you can plug them to start leaving you a review. But the really great thing about it, and this is what's really benefited us, is say you're using Jobber. As soon as you close a job in Jobber and the job's marked as complete, then NiceJob will send the customer an email and a text message asking them to leave a review in a really nice way. You can customize that message. If they don't leave a review, it'll send them a follow-up email a couple days later to do the same thing. If they don't answer that email, it'll send them one more email, I think 3 or 4 days later. So all your contacting is done within about a week. And then they go on a 6-month cooldown before it starts asking them again if they complete another job. So it's really great because, we struggle with this is how do we, quickly get to our client now that they're happy that we've completed a job? How can we turn that around into review quickly without having to, go ask them to go online to our website and then click the review button and then leave a review? This just takes all the mental work out. It's all done automatically.
Right. It makes the result, like once the result's still fresh in their mind, it gives them an opportunity to leave a review when they're feeling good about your company and you're on the forefront of their mind. So what I love about NiceJob is knowing that it's something that you and our team doesn't have to worry about all the time. It's like a part of your team, your marketing team, the software itself, is that as soon as guys, like your job's done, you can set it up to where it sends an automatic ask for a Google review. So, if you got, and I've talked about this a little bit lately with some of the business coaching guys I do, is today's word of mouth is Google.
Yes.
So if you're not getting tons of Google reviews and pushing Google and optimizing that, you're really missing out, guys. So that should be a focus for all of us, is upping. I think we just hit over 100 Google reviews with Trifecta. And I think we're just getting started with that. It's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's about trust, right? You're always trying to build trust for your client. How many of our parents have had a guy over the years who will change your transmission, but also walk your dog on the weekend, right? So trust building with your clientele is huge. Yeah. And NiceJob takes that to a very easily accessible level so that you can quickly build an online reputation, which is massive. I mean, I don't remember the last time that I bought something or hired a service where I didn't find them on Google first.
I'll tell you that my wife this weekend, she was about to buy suitcases for somebody for Christmas, and she looked at the Google reviews, and the second that she read one, like the first couple of reviews were not super high, she moved on to another one, and it was like going to be a pretty decently expensive, purchase. Google reviews took us away to another company.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's so important. And the software just makes it super easy and again, does it automatically, but it also lets you take all those Google reviews and can automatically turn them into social posts for you. And so if you're trying to find a way to have more of a presence in Facebook or on Instagram, and it's hard to find time to make a bunch of posts and to write a bunch of testimonials, but it'll do it for you. And then you can also put a widget, which is basically like an automated function in your website. It will read your reviews, and you can set it to like 4 stars or more or 5 stars only. And it will automatically populate a testimonials page for your website so that you just constantly have 5-star reviews that people are looking at. And so if they find you on your website first, then it looks like you're an all-star.
Right. That's a great point, Chris. So yeah, if you guys don't know what NiceJob is, please DM us or go to their website and use the Trifecta promo. I think there's some savings there. But great, absolutely crucial to use NiceJob. And they're going to be at GIE in 2022, as long as everything goes to plan. So looking forward to that. NiceJob is going to be absolutely GIE. I said Equip Expo.
Equip Expo.
It's going to be hard to get that off my tongue. But if you guys are looking for something that's going to change the game in your business for a very affordable price, too. I'll say that. Like, it's very affordable, and it's going to make you a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's going to bring a lot of revenue. Let me share a great quote. Because I said revenue. I heard a CEO speak the other day who had 2,000 employees before he retired. He said, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity.
Ooh, that's great.
And so it's going to make you a lot of profit.
Yeah, it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. We talk about it all the time. Speaking about what you make, Jobber couldn't be there either.
Right.
Yeah, we use Jobber for everything CRM, from invoicing to tracking clients to scheduling routes and all that kind of stuff. And they couldn't be there either. They wanted to be
Canadian
but the Canadian border stuff, I mean, they couldn't leave without a really legitimate reason. And as soon as you tell them you're going to a conference with 10,000 plus people, they're like, no, you can't go anywhere. So
I think I saw it was 23,000 attendees. This is what I think the number came out to be.
Yeah. But Jobber has been huge for us. And, if you're going to use NiceJob, Jobber is a really easy CRM to integrate with it. But, they were a huge part of making this thing happen.
Yes, they were.
They helped fund the thing. They sponsored several aspects of like equipment that we had to get. And so huge shout out to Jobber. They did an awesome job. Super helpful toward the docuseries.
Thank you, Jobber, as always.
And Oregon too.
Oregon, man. I'm excited about them for 2022. Oregon is a newer partner we are officially working with Trifecta, and I've used them a lot. The first year in business, my local dealer sold Oregon edger blades and Oregon string trimmer, and used that quite often. Then when I moved to the other side of town, it wasn't easily as accessible, but I still did the edger blades, Oregon. Yep. And man, Oregon stuff is just super high quality. Like that's when I think of it as super high quality. You can find them at all your big box stuff too, Home Depot, Lowe's. And Oregon, guys, they make a lot of battery powered stuff. Like we're about to do a video with I don't want to spill the beans on that, right?
We'll hold on to that for a minute.
Yeah, but it's about to come out is something really cool that they have. And then, but really their string trimmer line and their edger blades are really, really awesome. So Oregon was huge for this.
Permagreen.
Permagreen was great. Man, Permagreen, can't speak enough on that. Permagreen, you guys know, if you don't know, they're leading stand-on fertilizer unit. The Triumph is what we use daily here, or weekly, at Trifecta. Very affordable. Take your fertilization profitability to like X3. It's unbelievable of what you've been doing. Man, Ballard Products.
Yeah, but we got to see Corey at the show. It's always great to hang out with him.
What they're doing, man. Corey, if you guys don't know Ballard Products, Corey Ballard, one of the leading landscapers in the last 25 years in the industry. Just had a massive exit from his company. Mm-hmm. He's publicly telling people that. Very successful company, and now he has Ballard Products, which is huge in the landscape game, and they're coming out with a lot of their own products too, not just selling for other people. they just sent us some new products we're going to try out and do another YouTube video on.
He had a good exit too. Like it wasn't a bad exit. Like he had been in talks with people for a while, and they made him. He came out way on top, and he's on to doing even bigger, better, cooler stuff. So
and it's like seamless. They didn't make any changes or anything. But Ballard Products, you guys don't know anything about them? Look them up. Ballard-inc.com.
Use code Trifecta.
Use code Trifecta 10. Save some money. But then who else? We're missing somebody. I know we are.
We had them, and then we had I got it written down over here.
It's
Ryan Steiner.
Ryan Steiner.
Yeah, our good friends are Ryan and Steiner.
Ryan Steiner, owned by Bobcat Company. We do a lot of work with Bobcat, Ryan and Steiner. We have the Ryan aerator.
Dude, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, we're excited. We got it, because the supply issues a little bit later this year in our season. Because here in South Carolina, we only really have one aeration season, which is May. Usually May, depends on temperatures. So I'm excited to offer that service to our customers this year. Steiner has that amazing tractor with over a dozen attachments. So we're excited. I think we're going to get our hands on one this year.
We need one.
Need one bad for the rough cutting we're doing. It's unbelievable. But yeah, just guys, like, all those things to say, Equip Expo for next year. I heard so many guys this year having much more healthier conversations than I have in the past about looking at things that can change their business instead of like what's cool. Mm-hmm. And I think, this video is just kind of a reminder of remember what you learned and what you gathered from there, and make sure you remember to apply it. It's so much going on with the holidays, and a lot of people take 2 weeks off at the end of the year. So there's a down season for a lot of guys, and you kind of just, I'm not going to say forget about your business, but put it on pause. So before you do that, before you have that healthy pause, make sure you're looking at these things, these boosts, these companies that we've mentioned to implement for your business for 2022. Get your tax write-offs for 2021. That's huge, important. If you have a purchase to make sure you're doing it so you can get that write-off and not pay Uncle Sam, who's bad at handling our money right now.
Has it ever been good at handling money though?
I wouldn't. I don't think so. It's like an oxymoron. The government handling money well doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it's super important. So important. And again, guys, we are transparent. We have partnerships with these companies because we believe in what they're doing, and they transform our business every day, which means we know they can transform yours. So, excited for the future. If you have any questions on any of these companies, please reach out to us. We will message you back, whether it's Instagram and Logan, who works for Pure Marketing. He'll be probably messaging you back on there, or me in the middle of the night.
If you get it at 10, 11, 12 p.m., it's probably Alex.
It's probably me. I'm up late. But anyways, anything else, Chris?
Yeah, let's talk about 2022, man. Like now that what's your 2022 plan for Trifecta? I mean, we've had a lot of craziness this year for sure, but next year, you always want to make a good projection as best you can for what last year and the couple years before. So what's Trifecta's steps early 2022?
Well, that's a good question. I've had the last few weeks kind of had to revisit that, and I always plan probably 3-4 months out because of car prices. Yeah. So as we're not a loan company, the cars that I bought 16 months ago are double the price now.
Yeah.
And so the money we've saved for vehicle enhancements and more crews gets you one of those instead of two. So now I'm looking around. I think there's deals to be had. I never think, the market says what it says. I actually saw a video the other day that a brand new truck was selling for like $70,000 sticker price, and it was selling on the lot for $80,000. Like they're just marking it up $10,000 of what the sticker price is because they know that people are not even going to pay attention. So always looking for deals, always looking for things to better our company. But we're trying to add 2 crews. We're enhancing a lot. A big one for us is like enhancing what we already have. So better equipment, getting some new trucks, new uniform, like just making everything better, more functioning processes. We're bringing on a new HR finance person to enhance kind of our systems and processes, because at the size we're going to be at next year, I think we're going to be at somewhere between 28 and 30 full-time people. You just got to do that better than we have. And so probably add 2 crews. We think we'll add another landscaping crew and a full-time fertilization/irrigation person is what that looks like. So that should take us to 10. I think it'd take us to 10 crews.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, for you guys who went to GIE and checked out all the equipment and got to, we got to meet a bunch of people that we hadn't met before.
Yeah,
A lot
awesome.
of people we had corresponded with online and never
That's
had
fun,
the chance
right?
to shake hands.
It's fun to meet people on Instagram and then meet them in person.
Yeah. But yeah, buying a piece of equipment at GIE is great, but that's not always all you're there for. And so what we would encourage you to do too is like, do I need to invest in stuff or do I need to invest in people? Do I need to invest in a consultant to help me get some systems integrated to maybe, get a CRM that works for you if you're still working in QuickBooks or Excel, or if you're writing it down on a notepad, and you have to do that well. If you've got 20 accounts, you can probably name them all by name. So you're probably okay. If you got 200 accounts, then you need to get some systems in place. And so maybe this year is your time to buy software and not to buy equipment.
Right. I totally agree with that. I mean, for us, this is going to be a little more equipment heavy because this is our 5th year in business. So next year will be number 6.
Mm-hmm.
20. Wow. 6 years in business next year. So some of our mowers are at the end of their life force. So it's
borrowed time,
and our equipment costs this year were significant. So got to get some new equipment. Got to get, some updates with function of box trucks. We're switching to box trucks so we can get guys off the truck easier, driving not driving faster, driving more, driving more efficiently. No, we've done good. I don't think any of our guys have ever, knock on wood, gotten a ticket while driving one of our Trifecta
I don't remember
vehicles.
any tickets. I do remember one fender bender
Had a bump
on
and
a
run.
wet day inside a neighborhood at 15 miles an hour.
Yeah, no damage, no injuries, but so that's the big one for us is upgrading what we've already got. And I had a little quote the other day I was thinking on was growing smaller, you know, and that's just a phrase that's saying growing as a company, but really internally getting tighter and smaller and making sure we're flowing and functioning right.
Yeah, coming off of, because what was it, first 3 years we doubled in size every year, and then but you can't do that forever. You can't. You can go from 100,000 to 200,000. It's hard to go from 2 million to 4 million. That kind of stuff. But
this was the first year that we will do about the same revenue we did last year. Because of COVID, we lost 250,000 in revenue that we grew because of a contract that will restart basically next year. So COVID definitely hit us hard this year, and thankfully not sickness, but in supply chain and employees and just function. It was just stressful with some of the things.
Everything's different right now.
Man, you can't get anything. I think the one I've heard this week from our manager Jay is we can't get any oil. Mix, for our mix on our non-ethanol stuff. So we've been waiting for a bucket of oil for 3 months.
Yep. Waiting on parts for mowers, all kinds of weird stuff we'd never had problems with before.
Never.
Yeah. But everything breaks down somewhere. So the best thing that we can do is be as prepared as we can. And then that's the best you can be. The best is as prepared as you can be. So, but cool, man. Well, we're really excited for 2022. We hope you guys have some time to sit down and really project out next year. Alex, if you had to give someone a tip for projecting next year, what would it be?
I would say make sure you have a large amount of cash reserve to be a power player move instead of always being reactive. If you see a great deal on a truck or if you see a great deal on an employee, you don't maybe it costs you more, then you can hire that person. The big tip, again, I say is make sure you have someone in your corner talking to you other than in your head. So whether it's business coaching, whether it's I have a coach I meet with here locally every month, and I meet with a mastermind group every month, that absolutely helps me get out of my own head. And it's nice to be able to talk to other people who are thinking through the same things. Something in the last 16 months that I've totally changed is not just hey, let me have breakfast and pick your brain, but who knows you and understands you and you admire what they do. So make sure you have an advocate / mentor in your corner at all times, not just when you need them, but consistently. That would be my biggest tip, because this ever-changing business landscape right now is something none of us have ever experienced. So therefore, you can project as much as you want, but the cards are shuffling as you're trying to put them down. And you think you have 3 great cards and then everything changes. So making sure you have somebody and making sure you're not leveraging yourself in such a way, we're the no debt people. I know some of you guys aren't. And there's actually some people I respect that aren't, highly. but don't put yourself in a position that you can't get out of if a volcano erupts, so to speak.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Green Industry Podcast this Thursday for some cool news about what's coming down the pipe for us in 2022, talking about peer marketing. So, thanks for checking us out. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.